Okay, so this is part 4 of my X4X 100% tutorial, and now we're going to tackle Owl's stage. This boss is probably the biggest reset point of the run if you have like a good level on this game. Okay, so for starters, when you spawn, you just wanna move forward, really, because this stage doesn't start until you get here to this mech. So you just jump over the enemies down to here. We are going to clear the entirety of this first half with the mech, so we have to note how it works. You can fly, you can dash jump, you can air dash, shoot, you can charge, 3 shots that will home into the enemies, and you can air dash from a dash jump. So that's the most, or one of the most important things. It will be to maintain dash speed as long as you can, and we are going to do that by dashing on the ground, then jumping, and then air dashing, so we can extend our dash time. There's only one problem, and it's this charge. You can see that when you shoot, the mech stops moving, even when you jump, like it starts falling slow. If you charge, the mech stops completely during the entire charge until you release. So to avoid that, well, it's a problem because we want to move and kill enemies, because there's a ton of enemies in our way that will like bonk us, so we want to kill them. So to avoid that issue, you have to make sure your charge is ready when you are in the air, because if you are on the ground, it'll just make you stop. But if you're in the air, when you land, you have a few frames where you can dash, so you can keep moving. See how it's not stopping? So that's what you wanna do. So when you land, there's a few frames. It's a pretty big window where you can keep moving. So you just dash on the ground, and then you can do the dash jump and the air dash. If you take too long, it'll stop. So that's what we wanna do. So when we get here, you want to start a charge, destroy this one, and then move fast enough, because these turrets will die with only 2 of the 3 homing shots. So you want to destroy this one and then move fast. So you, after to destroy this one, you will build a second charge. So 1 bullet from the previous shot and 1 from the new charge will destroy this one right here, and then the other 2 will destroy this guy here. So you get here like that. See, the third one hit him, and then I shot the next charge shot when I was about here in the air. One of those destroyed the turret, and the other 2 destroyed this guy. Now, this guy is a problem, this one is specifically, because we want to clear this entire first section, like this entire screen, without getting hit on the mech, because, well, it's slow. But this guy is very tricky, you have to kill him. And the way this enemy works, he always throws the first missile from the top. then the bottom, and then the two together. So that missile is annoying. It's pretty hard to time it because you have 3 shots. That bullet will tank one of them, and the other 2 will destroy this guy. So what I do is have a charge ready and then air dash into him at about this height. So my buster lines up with his top like hole where he shoots, so that I can destroy that one and then hit him. But yeah, it's pretty hard to pull that off like that, but I got hit. So you wanna time it. I'm pretty sure, actually, I've never actually tested this. I'm pretty sure these shots can destroy those. Oh no, they don't. I always thought they did. Okay, so now it's even simpler now. Then what's happening is you're shooting probably inside of him. No, yeah, it destroyed it. Well, yeah, I don't understand it. The thing is, you wanna shot in such a way that you'll kill them without getting hit from the bullet. So to do that, yeah, I try to aim at that certain spot and then kill him. But yeah, this enemy right here is the problem. So that's what I do really. Maybe I'm just shooting fast enough to kill him without taking damage. After that, you wanna be charging most of this stage. Not necessarily the entire stage, but most of it. So you have to get used to that. Like, keep charging and dash jumping all the stage. These little guys, you shoot, then shoot again, you will destroy all of them without issue. Oh, I got hit, it doesn't matter. This guy usually you will have a charge ready for that one. And here there's the hard tank, which we missed. This ship destroys the platform with the hard tank, but it's really all you have to do is dash, jump, and then air dash, and you will get it every time, as long as you don't get stuck on the ground. Like that, it's pretty easy. And then I build a charge to destroy this guy. And what I do is dash jump here and like this to get all the way over here. If you don't need to destroy him, you can just dash off this ledge and then dash again. I don't like it because then you have to destroy this turret, and sometimes when I shoot, it goes over back to this guy up there. That's why I don't do this. So yeah, I go on, like, do another charge, come from the top, destroy this turret right here. You can just fly over this one and use your charge for the next bit of this section, where you want to destroy, I believe, this one right here. So you can land here, then build another one. You will fly over these little guys over here. And this is another mech that will most likely hit you. And to avoid it, I try to stay high on the screen and air dash like that. Just a little bit lower than that and release. And that'll kill him most of the time. Destroy this one. It's not necessary for you to destroy this one. You saw that I flew over it. I'm just used to destroying it, but it's not necessary at all. Like that, see? And you destroy this one and land here, and then do another air dash and shoot and kill this guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure now my shots destroyed the missile, so I don't know what's happening, really. Maybe there's a few frames, I don't know. But yeah, you can get over this guy without taking damage. It doesn't matter, just keep going. That's like, if you take an unexpected damage, just keep going. There's no reason to stop. And after this guy, you only need about one last charge to kill these guys down here. Then you kill these little guys and then you don't have to charge again. Now you can, if you want to be extra safe. I don't. So yeah, this, okay, doesn't matter. You build one, kill these guys, and then you go over here. From here, you can, if you don't take, I jump from here and my dash barely reaches here. If you don't want to risk that, just go here and then jump on that platform like this. But I go all the way from back here. Then you get on top of this guy, and you wanna get on top because when you reach the end of the stage, you teleport from where your mech is. Like, if you are as high as possible, the teleport will be shorter to the other half of the stage. If you are not on it, you land on the ground or in the ship, and then you go up. I'm pretty sure you can, like, just, yeah, like that, you go down and then up. But if you are on the mech, you just go up and then you go to the second half. Now if you want, you can charge here, and in case you fell down here for some reason, you destroy this and then go as a backup. I don't do it because you have the risk of standing still if you miss a dash, but that's something you can do if you want to play extra safe. So yeah, just because it takes a lot of mashing to kill this. So yeah, then you go to the second half. Yeah, so now as always, a little clip of part 1. Okay, so now for the second part of this stage. At some point you want to equip web, because we will be needing it to do a skip. And you wanna charge to destroy this door and then mash to destroy this enemy. So I usually switch from here to web and then shoot and start mashing from afar. Then you have this one, you wanna kill it with 2 lemons, and then use a green shot to destroy this one on top, that one, and then you will move forward and the same shot will kill that guy. So that's how you wanna clear this first section. And then you jump to this platform, and we're going to skip, like, since it's so slow moving from left to right, we're going to skip it. And to skip it, you need web, air dash, and when you land on this platform you want to be on the right. It's not necessary to be extremely on the right, like this. You can be like here and still make it. But it's the farther the right, the better. So to skip it, when you land on it, you will shoot a web like this, and then you will land on the web, and then you can you can either slide on it, which is like the easier way to do the fast escape, like that, like just go down the web and then air dash to the top of this spike. The top of the spike is actually a wall, it won't kill you. You have a little bit of room to kick. If you go down too much, you will die. So you air dash to that part. If you're fast enough, you will actually, I mean, if you're high enough, you will make it to the ground. And that's the second way to do the fast escape. Instead of going down the web, if you wall kick at the top of it, X will like try to grab again, because once you wall kick, it disappears. If you keep holding right at the top of it and there's a roof, X tries to wall kick again, but he can't, and that makes it so you keep your height, and then you can air dash from on top instead of going down, and the wall kick sending you back like this. So the usual skip is a wall kick that sends you back and then you air dash. And with this one, you stay on top and then close to the web. So your wall kick doesn't send you back, and it makes it a little bit easier. So that one is like this. Yeah, always wall kick, just in case you don't make it up here. But ideally you don't lose height and you are far enough to the right that you will land on top of here without needing to make a wall kick. Now that's the fast way. There is a much easier and beginner friendly way. You don't need the web for this one actually. Where you kill that one, then just green shot, just a regular green shot, all these guys at the bottom. You hit this guy once and twice, and then you go over. That one's extremely easy and friendly with beginners. No, you hit that guy twice because then if not, you don't make it to the other side. Because your iframes will run out. Like that. I'm pretty sure you can make it, but it's unnecessarily tight, and you might as well do the other one with the web. So yeah, that's like the beginner friendly way to do it. It loses like 2 bonks on the enemies, like 2 seconds probably, but still faster than waiting the platform. And there's one other way that the only reason you do this one is if you don't have the boots. This is 100%, so we have them, but this one's useful for any percent, low percent, and stuff like that. So I'll show it real quick. Like that. Yeah, you won't do that on 100% like ever, but it's good for other categories, so I wanted to show it. Okay, so from here we are going to get the arm parts. So to get the arm parts, you need to shoot a web up here, and then wall kick here, and you get up here pretty easily. Now don't dash, wall kick with dash. Don't do this, because the game, for some reason, that ledge will push you down most of the time, as opposed to just doing a regular wall kick. Yeah, so avoid doing that. If you're too far to the left, Like for example here. I think here. It looks like you can wall kick, but then you go and you die. So you wanna be a decent, like as long as you are centered, you should be fine to make this. If you're too far to the left, I mean to the right, like that, well, again, you don't want to dash kick because you will die. But what you can do is wall kick and then air dash into that corner, and you'll make it. Like that. So that's how you get up there. Like you need to think fast depending on when because the motion is you'll get up here and then just turn around and shoot immediately. So you wanna react fast to whatever you are doing. Of course you can take your time, like position yourself and then do what you think will work. But yeah, that's about it for the capsule. Now this okay, so I need to mention a little bit how the buster works now, because there's a little mechanic that we will be using once we get this. When you shoot a charge shot, it actually sticks to X's positioning for a few frames. So like I will release here. Now I will jump and the shot will follow X's body for a few frames. See that it's going up with him and then it releases all the way up here. So that happens with the charge shot, and I think the green shot also. But with this charge shot is very important because of the weird hitbox it has. So we will be getting this gauntlet. There's another one that I will show later. This one lets you get 4 charges. It takes longer. Like by the time you get the usual shot, with this one gauntlet you get 2, and then you can keep charging to 4. These ones have the same mechanic where you shoot and they will stick to X's body, but they actually stick longer than the other shot. Like they stay with X like a few more frames. So that makes it so you can like shoot here and then jump, and when you shoot there's an enemy in front of you that will die, and then you release it up here and it'll kill all the enemies up here. So that's a little mechanic that we are going to be abusing on other stages. You also have a buster shot limit on screen. You can only have 3. You can have more, but this buster lets you shoot all 4 of them on screen. So yeah, that's another thing that can help during stages. And now we have this buster. We don't take this, and I will show you a little thing that's actually pretty bad because of this buster. Well, you get a big charge, and when you hit an enemy, it'll create a ball of energy that'll stick around and hit anything that touches it. Oh. The problem with that is that those balls that it leaves count towards your lemons on your shots on screen limit. So I killed this tree and then I cannot shoot until those bolts disappear. If I kill these guys, I can only shoot 1 lemon at a time. So that's extremely detrimental for movement. While the other buster lets you shoot 4, it actually allows you to go over the limit. So that's why we don't take this buster mainly. And also this big shot, even if it's bigger, it deals 3 damage to the bosses, and every single one of these shots deal 3 damage to the bosses. So you have, at the start of a fight, you have basically 12 damage like in storage ready to go instead of having to charge every single time. And that little ball that the other buster has deals only 1 damage to the bosses. So this is the superior buster for speedrun. You can use that one, but it's slower in every way, both the stages and boss fights. So when you get this buster, you can go down like this. Here you wait and then here, or you can just jump normally and air dash here. Oh, yeah. So you wanna switch to fire, and then you can like jump here and then air dash here. Of course that's slower. You can also jump here and then here with dash speed, just a little bit faster. But the fastest way is to walk a little bit, like right here, and you can clear all that space with only one jump. So you get the arms, you walk a little bit and then jump, and you can clear all that space without having to stop. And you want to switch to fire. Now while you go down, you want to get 4 charges ready, because we have a mini boss going, and it's not necessary, but it saves like 10-12 frames, so it's a little time save that you can do. Oh yeah, if you have charges and then you switch weapon, you lose them, so be wary of that. So this mini boss, when you get in, he will close and he will be immune. So when you start, you get 4 buster shots like that in one jump, and that'll deal quite a bit of damage. And then you want to charge fire. Fire will destroy every mini boss in this game, just like that. Every single one. You don't have to charge those buster shots, you can just wait. But if you shoot too early, that can happen. If I had shot the buster shot, he would have died despite the early release. So it's a little bit of a safety measure and slightly faster. Now, to when to release is like right after those guys shoot or right before it. So we can see it. Just kill this guy. Oh. God damn it. There. Right before they shoot, it opens its eye, and then you can throw fire. There is one last thing to mention about this mini-boss. If you jump and you happen to clip this corner, like from here all the way to the door, ideally you land in the door. But if you happen to clip this, something that can happen is you will not trigger the boss. Like right here, he's not triggered, but I can move. See? So and then you can like wall and then do stuff, I don't know. But then if you move to the right, he will spawn. Sometimes he spawns like that, but sometimes he won't. And that happens when you grab this ledge, or like you barely touch the door. So to avoid it, make sure to always keep holding right, because after you land you will move right a little bit and he'll spawn. So that's something that can happen, so be wary of that. As far as I know, there's no use to this little trick. You can't kill it before it spawns, so yeah, but that can happen. Even on the ground apparently, so that's nice. But yeah, so be wary of that. Yeah, after you kill him, this part of here explodes, and ideally you do a short hop and you go like in this little space like that. it's pretty tight, so what I do, I just dash and let it go a little bit, because if you don't let it go, you grab this wall. So I just dash, just much easier. Then it's a little bit of a small space where you can dash jump easily. Now this part gets cleared like this, not like that. See how I jump from the wall and then land on the ground and jump quickly. So that's ideally how you do this. Like after you wall kick, your jump will put you on the ground, and then you can jump really fast to the other side. Like wall kick, I mean you jump, wall kick, jump. If you don't feel like doing that, just jump just higher than usual, and then just wall kick all the way to here. Then same here, from here, and then same here. You can jump from here, from there, or you can land on the ground and then jump. Just a little bit of a more fluid motion, since you don't have to wait for your jump to the max height and then go over. Instead, you just wall kick, land on the ground, and jump immediately. So yeah, that's pretty much part 2. Here's the boss. You wanna come in with 4 charges, or charge during the boss introduction. And this boss is heavy on RNG, so you will suffer. But yeah, now I will show a little clip of part 2. Okay, so now for the boss fight. This guy is a dick, to say the least. He is fairly simple, but his RNG can be very annoying. So we don't have his weakness, so we will be using buster shots like this. And then you will keep charging. What I recommend is you enter with 4, shoot all of them, and then start shooting every 2 shots. You get 2 and then just shoot those 2. So you shoot, then charge 2, shoot, then charge 2, and like that. That's what I recommend. I think it's the fastest way to keep your DPS on the highest point. Now, how this guy works? Whoops. Here. Now, how this guy works is he will start by going up every single time, so you shoot him, and after that you just gotta pray. So you shoot. Yeah, use your shots. When he's off screen, you should trying to guess where he's spawning. Like here, you shoot on top, it didn't hit him, so then I noticed it didn't hit him and I jumped down. And then I shoot again. That's so... The top, I predicted right, but then I jumped down. So yeah, that's the main thing about this fight, reacting to where he spawns. And where he spawns is basically 100% RNG. Like, when he goes off, yeah, he went to the right, so I know he will spawn from there. Oh, might as well explain. This is his desperation attack. You can really hurt him when he does this. You don't want to see that at all. He will usually be dead by the time he does that, but if you're too slow, he will do that attack, and that sucks. Okay, so again about the fight. So like you shoot him, then keep shooting him, then shoot off screen. He's not there, so I got down. And now when he's down here, you can avoid him. What I do is get hit by him. So depending on the pattern he gives me, I will jump to the other side, or I will go up, go to the other side. The only problem with that is you take a lot of damage from Owl when you go against his body. So it's a very risky strat that saves a little bit of time depending on the RNG you get. So I don't really recommend it. What you can do is just avoid him completely when he goes down. Like dash under him like that, and then keep shooting. With this, with that attack, you can destroy the bullets. He only throws 3 bullets, so you can destroy all of them with only 1 buster shot. When he gets to half health, he will start doing that orb attack. Well, he throws 4 orbs, and then they will come at you. And that's the attack you wanna see. That's your best friend on this fight, because there is a glitch that you can exploit to make this fight much faster. So the way this works is, if he has his shield, when you hit him, he gets a shield, right? That's his iframes. His iframes are this shield. If he has his shield up during a certain part of his animation, when he does that attack, he actually has no iframes, and you can mash all your shots into him. Just your 4 buster shots into him like this, and then keep mashing some lemons, and you will deal, I think, up to like 18 or 19 damage, depending on his HP and how well you mash. And since bosses have 48 health, that's a big time save for this guy, especially because if you guess top and he's not there and you go down, and then he goes off screen again and you guess wrong again, like he spawns up instead of down, you just keep missing shots constantly, and that's a huge time loss that builds up every single time. That's why this boss is so annoying. So okay, the way that glitch I was talking about works is on this attack. There's an animation, so you want him to have his shield active when this animation starts. If you shoot him now, it's too late. You want to shoot him before this animation. He needs to have the shield up before then, because if I go now, that's too late. If I shoot him a little bit earlier, you can see his health, that I was shooting him while his shield was up. That's the shield break. If he raises both arms, then it's too late. You wanna hit him before that. The closer you make it to both of his arms being up, the better. Like the more damage you can get in. But if you take too long, then you will just miss him and shoot him when he already has both of his arms up. and just missed the shield break. So a decent Q is this position right here. When he's like this, after he shot the 4, you have a pretty decent window before he goes into this and then raises both of his arms. So right after the 4th, when he has only one arm up, like now, that's a good way to know to when you have to shoot him. Now, you can't just shoot him and then start mashing immediately because you will not hit him. You have to shoot and then wait for him to rise both of his arms, and then you can mash. So yeah, that's how the shield break works. And you can get, as you can see, you can get just under half health, basically. Now, sometimes he will shoot orbs directly in front of them. Then you have two options. Just forfeit the shield break, just don't go for it and just try to hit him normally. Or then try to time a damage boost. So you can get inside of them at the correct time and just mash inside of them. But that's something that he can do. Just throw one right here, like in front of him, and that orb will block all your shots. So I wanted to see if he will do it. Well, he's giving me like the best RNG ever. You never see those cyclones. He always has one in front of him, like covering all like that. Like it will block all your shots. So yeah, what you wanna do is just damage boost through him or through his cyclones, and then try to time it so you can mash and get the shield break. But yeah, that's basically it for this fight. It's very complex, to be honest. If you don't hit him, go down, try to hit him, and then he will fly away. You miss again a shot, and this fight is detrimental for the speedrun. And extremely RNG based. So I'll do a few fights to see if I can get like different RNGs. Ideally, you want to stay on level with him the entire fight. So you want him to stay up if you're up, you want him to stay down if you're down. This is like, wow, that's like the best fight you can have, not taking into account a shield break. Like that fight right there, it's what you want to see every single time. But sometimes he just go away. He went down, I missed a shot. Then he goes, he's not down, he went up, I missed another shot. Then he's up, that's nice. Like that, see, I couldn't do the shield break there because of that, and it was the last shot, so there was not much I could do about it. So yeah, this fight is extremely RNG heavy and hard to do optimally because of that. Now, you might have noticed that if you hit him when he's about to leave the screen, then you shoot him, like guessing he will spawn outside. Sometimes that allows you to like go do 2 shots very fast. Let's see if I can show it. Like You can shoot like at that speed, like 1, 2, and it will actually hit him. Oh wow, that's like the absolute best pattern outside of the like 1, 2. See, like that, but it'll actually hit him. Just so you see like how much RNG is on this fight, he's not actually giving me a terrible pattern. And on runs, you'll never get a good pattern. Like, so many shield breaks, like you never see on these on runs. You will never do a shield break. Like that I shot the second buster shot really fast and still hit him. When he's outside, like his iframes, it's not like they reset. It feels like they just are at a better timing. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a feeling rather than an actual iframe thing, I believe. Because sometimes it won't hit him, and it will actually hit him in iframes. Oh yeah, that's about it for this fight. It's kinda hard to explain properly. It's just so much going on to take into account when fighting this dumb bird. This is one of those fights. There's no textbook way of doing it, like a spider that just jump and shoot. This guy, you have to react to his patterns, where he spawns. When he gets to low health, he can do more stuff, like go down immediately and throw some tornadoes, goes off screen again, do his desperation attack. The orbs, they give you bad spawn. So there's no real way to tell you this is how you fight this guy, other than if you're shooting like this with 2 busters, like 1, 2, keep charging and try to react. That's all you can really do with this guy. And get lucky. There's literally no more you can do, unfortunately. A little frame, I mean time save, it's finishing the fight on this platform, because then your teleport outside is shorter. And yeah, again, that's RNG. if he spawns down and you have to kill him down, that's a minor time lost compared to killing him on top. But yeah, this is one of the harder fights for X because of the RNG factor, and to learn because of the same. It's just so wild of a boss. It's literally unpredictable, so all you can do is really hope for him to be on level with you the entire fight. So yeah, that's about it for Owl. You will get a feeling for his patterns and stuff when you get experience. But yeah, this fight is hard to do. Like, there's no way around it. Then we get Double Cyclone. It doesn't have much use in this run. You will see it here and there, I believe, on 6 stages. But yeah, outside of that, not really something you see a lot on the speedrun. Okay, so now there's the next boss, which will be Frost Walrus. Another stage where RNG can be kind of a dick, not because of the boss, but because of the mini boss of the stage. And the second half is pretty tough, can be pretty tough. So there's a lot of enemies, blocks you have to destroy, and you will see this mechanic of shooting the buster and then jumping. So the buster follows you for a few frames and then you kill multiple enemies with only one shot. It's a pretty tricky stage to do perfectly, really. Like the owl boss fight and this stage are pretty hard, along with Beast and the mushroom climb. Everything else I'd say it's pretty simple, so yeah. So yeah, that's it for Owl, and next time it will be Walrus. Bye bye.